Hey, what's happening, people? Welcome back to the Gov Guy Nick channel, and I am here to enlighten you and bring government contracting to the people and make it a little bit easier to understand and digest and help you dive in. You know, as I've said many times, government contracting has completely changed my life. It's changed my family's life. So I'm really just trying to spread the information, let people know that there's this great world out there where you can be a government contractor, you can start out as a side hustle, and you can turn it into your main hustle. Once again, I'm just a guy on the internet, so just because it worked for me doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work for you, but with some hard work and dedication and patience, I almost guarantee it could. But once again, you have to stay after it, and that's completely up to you. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme, but it can make you wealthy and can make you financially independent if you stay after it and follow some of the tips and tricks that I show. And then there's so many other really, really good people out there on YouTube, on TikTok, on Facebook that are also helping give information to people and trying to get it out there. So I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you subscribing. We're trying to get a video out every week, and hopefully we're going to start our show here in the next couple weeks. I got a lot of stuff going on, but I've got a lineup of guests that we're going to bring on that are entrepreneurs that started literally from very, very humble beginnings, some of them with nothing, and have slowly built awesome empires and are building them bigger and bigger every day. So, really, once again, like I was saying, I'm just trying to shed light and give you a little bit of information. The things that took me years and years to learn, I would like to pass on to you so that it makes it a little bit easier for you to figure it out, and you don't have to get as many lumps on your head and lose your hair and go gray like I did going through government contracting and figuring it out with trial and error. Once again, you are going to have trial and error because everybody has their own style and different things that they want to do, but I think this at least will take a little bit of that away and help you get a little foot forward. So last week we did one on finding award data, which finding award data, the last video, you can look at old contracts that have been awarded, and if the contracting officer decided to post the information, which they don't always, but when they do, you can look at contracts and see how much they went for. Plus, you can go back in time and look at the documents and see what exactly they did for that award and how much it went for and whether it was worth it or not. So today, I really wanted to talk to you guys about a thing called sources sought. So this is another filter you can use on Sam.Gov to filter through different solicitations, different things that are posted. And sources sought can be great, a great tool and a great thing to respond to. They're not a solicitation, they're not a contract, they're not asking for anything but information. They literally, when they put out a sources sought, the government is saying, hey, who is capable of doing this? Do I have any veterans that are capable of doing this? Do I have any women? Do I have any 8A? Do I have any HUD zone people? Do I have any minorities? Who do I have that can do this contract? Would you please raise your hand? So literally, by raising your hand, if you are one of those set-asides, and sometimes they need to fill their quota, they could literally make this a set-aside specifically for you, and you could have little to no competition bidding on it. So these are great things to respond to, and we're just going to dive in on Sam.Gov and kind of take a look exactly how to look at it, and then go look through one or two of them. So if you bear with me here, we are going to go to the great Sam.Gov. And once again, as most of you know, if you've watched before, we're going to want to go into contract opportunities because that's the only thing we're interested in right now. The way I always get in there is I just put in a random letter A, a number, anything, which is going to get us into the database, which means we're then going to get rid of that. And once again, this just know that searching for things and finding things is very frustrating, not only for you, but literally everyone else who has ever used Sam.Gov. So don't think it's something with you. I hear it constantly all the time. People are pulling their hair out. That's why I have no hair anymore. Is because of this reason. And even someone like me who's been doing it for a long time, I still get frustrated with it. and we're actually working on something to try to make it a little bit easier. So once again, we're looking at sources sought. We want to see sources sought not any time, because it's going to show us stuff that's past due, that's closed already, and we're not interested in any of that. If you are, then you could leave that on any time. I always go next 3 months, which means out of everything that there is right now, there's 10,000 different contracts up for bid right now, which sometimes this is the way I look through contracts, is literally anything due to that. But today we're not doing that. So we're going to want to go to notice type, and here is where we want to just go to sources sought. There's all the different drop downs, and we'll have different videos about those and what to do with those. So now we can see we've got a little bit over 1,100 sources sought that are out. And once again, like we always do, we look at the current response date. This is not as big of a deal now because we're not filling out a whole solicitation. So even if it's due in a day or two, that's all right, because literally they're going to ask us some questions. Usually it's just your UEI, your basic information, your set-asides, and if you can complete this task. And which means later they will write a contract for it. So they're just trying to figure out what kind of solicitation they want to write it for and who they want to set aside for. So aircraft maintenance and repair, let's see, VA Health Center, air conditioning services. So here we go. Here's an all right one. So sources sought for love seats, sofas, and recliners at the Pinon Health Center. Now, this is the Navajo Area India Health Service. So a lot of the time what they're going to ask, if it's a Native Indian Health Services or Native Americans, is they're going to ask if they have any Native American certified businesses that can fulfill this, which means they are going to write this specifically for a Native American company. But at a quick look, they're going to want to, let's see, they're talking about the health center that's in the heart of the Navajo reservation. They provide health care, medical care to 11,000 Navajo in the rural area with patients traveling 100 miles round trip, so on and so forth. What they're looking for is a contractor to provide 6 love seat, sofas, and recliners. So what they're looking for is someone with a NAICS code of 337121, which once again, you can add NAICS codes at any time, and it takes about 5 or 10 minutes. And actually, that is a good video that I will make to show you guys how to do that. So once again, you're going to need to deliver these 6 love seats and sofas within 60 days, and they need to go to the health center at Navajo Route 4, Pinon, Arizona 86510. So you're going to need to deliver them within 60 days, and it's 6 love seats and 6 sofas. There's no more documents. There is some documents about exactly what kind of stuff they want. Here is all the information the government wants: your company name, your status in SAM, telephone number, date submitted. Do you have a GSA schedule for furniture? What size business are you? Give us a capability statement, which once again, if you go back in our videos, I have a video about capability statements and what's contained there. What is your geographic area? Are you close? Are you a long ways away? Do you have any references? Specific specifications on to what kind of furniture you can provide, and can you provide exactly what they're looking for? How long is it going to take you to deliver? And if you're a Native American, please send your representation form in and proof that that's who you are, because once again, they will set this aside for you. A lot of the time on sources sought, they don't give specs on everything, but in this case they do. So the primary point of contact, the POC, is Whitney Shorty, and it gives a phone number, and it also gives an email, so you can reach out with any questions. It says no questions will be accepted, so actually you cannot reach out with any questions. Once this becomes a solicitation, then you can reach out with questions, but it at least gives you a point of contact. For what reason, I don't know. As we come down here, your representation form, which if you are a Native American, they want you to fill that out. and give them your registration numbers and all the different information. And then the second document is the commercial specs, which is going to tell you exactly what kind of furnitures they're looking for. So once again, this is a sources sought, and they're literally just asking anybody who can provide this specific product to them to raise your hand. And by raising your hand, that means the responses and information that they want for the instructions is number 1 through 12 on here, and they just want pretty much your basic information. And most of this stuff, once you've been doing this for a little while, you'll have this easily at hand. And literally the way this is, once you have some of these documents put together, this is maybe a 10 or 10 minute task to put all this stuff together and get this sent off to them. And then you're just pretty much throwing your name in the hat. And if nobody else responds, guess what? They're going to write this contract specifically for you, and could be very profitable for you. So that's why we're going back to these sources sought and trying to just show you the importance of them. Road and bridge construction, you know, some of those are a little bit bigger. Let's see. Munitions, recruiting service, manuscript submission tracking, install overhead protection for K9 training area. You know, that's, I don't know exactly what that is, but I'm guessing that's some kind of, probably there's pipes and they want some kind of cushioning around them. Educational materials, maybe you have someone that has printing that could do that. Well repair services. You know, once again, there's 1,100 sources sought right now on here that they want people to respond to. And this is mostly them asking and going, what kind of people do we have out there? Who's out there that can do this for us? Because if someone's a specific person, a veteran, a Native American, a minority, 8A, HUD zone, woman, any of this stuff, they could specifically write this contract specifically for you. And if nobody else responds, guess what? You are the only one that's doing it. So it's kind of the same with some of these. Let's take a look at something maybe, let's see, laundry services. So once again, same thing here. Maybe you've got a laundromat. Maybe you want to sub this out. This is due on the 14th, and they would like a service disabled veteran-owned small business with a NAICS code 812320. So here's where they're going to want your different information. And once again, they literally just want you to respond and raise your hand. This one, they want your UEI, they want your cage code, they want your tax ID number, what type of business, or your small business. We need your capabilities statement. And that seems to be it. So they're going to give you some of the information in this document of exactly or close to how much laundry they're going to want done and for how long of a period of time. And they might not even know that yet. So that's where they might be looking to you to give them more information. So once again, these sources sought can be great tools to get your name in the hat and then also raise your hand. And if you don't necessarily get this one, the contracting officers can remember you for next time, and this could pay off big time for you later on in the future. So just to recap, we were talking about sources sought today, and there's so many tools in the government contractor's invisible tool belt, and this is just one of the many. I'm trying to get videos out every week just to help you guys gain more knowledge and get used to the information and get some of these tricks and tips that took me years to acquire and figure out. So once again, as I always end, you guys, if I'm able to do government contracting, I promise you can too. It takes a little bit of time, but that's literally what I'm here for, is to help you along, teach you and show you, and you know, just guide you along, because I find that the more financial independence I help other people find, or the more information I give to people, the more I help them succeed. It just comes back to me tenfold. So that's what I'm trying to do here for you people. I appreciate you. I appreciate your subscribing to the channel. I appreciate you giving this a thumbs up and liking it. As always, I love you all very much. I believe in you more than you know. You're a powerful human being, and you deserve to get out of the rat race and not be slaving away. And this is just how I did it. Doesn't mean it's for you, but I'm trying to give the information out here. If there's anything you guys would like me to do a video on, please leave it in the comments and make sure you subscribe and like it. I love you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.